Green energy is going to continue to grow on a national scale, and as we continue to get more awareness about what district energy and CHP can do in the green energy sector, we're going to continue to get more and more of that exposure, more and more of that recognition, more and more business.
I attended the Green Expo in San Francisco this past fall, 2012, which is the mecca of green build around the world. There were people there from all over the globe. They had about 40,000 people in attendance. It's safe to say that most people there didn't know what district energy was at all. So just to explain district energy was a big step in the right direction. I had people from 7 different countries come up to me after our presentation asking about how they can better integrate district energy into their communities. That to me is one of those smaller segments that is great to target, because if we can position the benefits of district energy as they apply to helping them meet their sustainability goals, then they have a much bigger platform to help distribute and disseminate that message.
Well, if you look at both sides of the political spectrum, if you will, they're both saying really the same thing, but they may be saying it for different reasons. And so if you're looking from the left, they may be concerned more about the environment. If you're looking from the right, they may be concerned more about business. What is a value that both can agree upon? It really is around this idea of waste. Nobody really wants to waste anything. If you grew up like I did on a farm, you didn't want to waste anything. Your grandparents didn't want to waste anything. And so no matter where you are along the political spectrum, this idea of not wasting something is really powerful. And so if you come to it from a value set when it comes to energy efficiency, that energy efficiency is really about reducing waste. The argument is that heat is an issue. We have a lot of it that is being dumped to our environment. Our energy system is actually less efficient today than it was in 1970. That we throw away approximately 57% of our energy in this country. And so that this idea that we have something that we are throwing away, we should make more use of it, is really catching on as we talk through policy leaders and as you educate them about what the situation is, and that this is energy that can be recovered and reused and repurposed and put back to work in our economy. It's getting a lot of support across the political spectrum. IDEA has been working on a number of things. We have the Master Limited Partnerships legislation that was introduced in the last Congress and is being looked at being reintroduced in this Congress. And that's an idea of that regardless of the energy sources, whether it's renewables from fossil fuels, it should be a level playing field, and that these investment vehicles that have been in place for decades for fossil fuels should be also in place for renewable energy. And in particular, the combined heat and power and district energy system should be included as an investment vehicle for investments. We're also looking at introducing policy around thermal energy language and energy efficiency. Again, I think it goes back to this idea of a value. If we make the conversation about, it's about reducing waste, it's about being more efficient with the energy that we already have, and that's going to create benefit for us both economically and environmentally, I think that's a winner. I would encourage IDEA members to engage in the process. It's really easy to be cynical about the process based upon what you see in the newspaper and watch on TV and the various news reports. Yet these are people that are engaged in the process, and they're trying to solve problems. And they need us to be engaged. They need people like us that have information that can really educate them about what is working, what is not working, what is working at a campus, what is working in a small community, what's working in a large city like New York City, how that can create benefit, how we can reduce our greenhouse gas emissions, how we can become more energy efficient, and how can we reduce waste. They need to be engaged. It's one of the most important things. It is the more I'm involved in this, the more I realize, while it takes time and it can be frustrating at times, it is one of the things that we really owe it to our country to do, is to engage our leaders who are involved in establishing policies and educate them about what is going on with energy and what is possible today, not waiting for the brand new technologies to come along, but what can we do today with the technologies we already have in our arsenal.
Probably 10 tours a month. now, it seems like. Visitors from all over, I've had visitors from the Middle East, I've had visitors from all over the United States. Plus, we're getting a lot more visitors from student organizations and engineering school and locally in the campus. And that's a good thing. It's a way for us to educate them to the issues. And the role that, we have a power plant and all these things, but how does that power plant fit in terms of environmentally? If you're being environmentally conscious, how is that fitting in with our role? And so I think it's good to for us to explain our story and what the value that we've been able to provide, not only the campus but the environment. When you can produce twice as much energy and use the same amount of fuel you did in the 70s, it's a great story, and it's got to get out. And so we do this with legislators. We do this with a lot of environmental organizations that come in.
We embrace the concept of a living laboratory and bring sort of all comers that want to come and learn about our systems. You get everything from engineers to planners that really need to see the real deal. I always say that we have stuff. Come see our stuff. We do many tours and have students working on various things involved in utilities.
And as far as the tours, we're always doing the tours for various groups within the university, everything from the engineering school, the School of Design. And we have a new professor there who's sort of dual with both the design school, with the Kennedy School of Policy as well as the engineering school. And we just had him down in the plant. And it's funny, the questions we're getting is, why aren't you doing bigger CHP? And this is coming from the academic side. This is a great ally to be aligned with and understand what we're doing and what are the future classes we could bring in.